No, 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 that wouldn't have happened. So that's an example, but you'll see it's the same map. The branding is changed out. It's picked a color. And these are, you can see they all have rollovers. On a mobile, it has also the tap ripple. So these are really, and I would want that. I would want this map to have every nuance or feature because you can easily pull those out. The AI is very capable of removing things. Again, if you try to make it do something it doesn't know or doesn't have a pattern for, that's where it goes astray. So I could tell it, at this point, I could do pattern. Now, the functionality of it is controlled through the JavaScript file. So this one, we're in Logan, Utah. Now I'm going to pull, where's the ChatGPT at? So I'm going to give it the JavaScript file and see, hopefully it'll do because I've asked it now for a file. So it'll now give me a file. Now this is functionality. So you can work with a single file, but that can cause you problems. So here's what an example of a simple, I'm going to combine two. This might, we'll see. Change the service area map to a single city, Abu Dhabi, with a 50-mile circular service area polygon drawn around it. Hand me back the file and do not make any other changes but those. Again, you would be doing this at an industrial level and with a GitHub, your files are sitting in the cloud, you're using some type of integrated development environment, something fancy. So I just wanted to show how can you do it. And I'll be honest, I tend to do this. I kind of like this method. It gets complex putting all the other tools together, and this one just seems kind of simple to me when it works. And it takes you a little while to kind of get it tuned up. So here it is. And what I'm just showing you, I found it. Double click, oh, I click on it once. So I grab the name, I hit Control Copy. I go back to the file that it's just update. Oh, sorry, let me back up. I hit Control Copy to grab the name of the file that the program needs. I hit the back arrow and then I just type a Z dash. So it's not going to load that file now. I take the file that it has created. I click on it once. I hit Control V. If that's essentially replacing the file, all I got to do is come back here and hit the refresh button. And I'm now over Abu Dhabi. I have the full map again. Oh, so you can see levels where it's not just an simple opaque. I would have difficulty programming it, the mathematics, but this has where if I'm zooming in, the polygon is changing and fading away because user interface design. If I've zoomed in, I know where the boundary is and I'm looking for my house and I've switched over to a satellite view, that polygon quickly becomes useless to me, right? It gets in the way. So when you zoom down into where it's just house level and you're looking for your house, that polygon should disappear altogether. And that's what it does. What's popped up here is just the lawn care company. I'm working on a feature where, again, I would have difficulty programming this, but this is a way in which the map can be tailored and customized to that customer, right? Telling the story. And the coding doesn't get in the way. My idea is that they zoom into their house, and as they zoom in, a screen pops up that says, center your house over the crosshairs, and they zoom in a little bit further, and then it picks up, do you want, your lawn mowed? Do you want fertilizer? Bah, hit the button, they click it. I don't have it hooked up. It sends that to the company, an AI. They already do this. It quickly calculates the square footage, boom, gets the quote back to them. They hit instead of popping back out. So it's a way to use our technology, virtual tour, virtual reality, to do the conversion. So that's the end of that example. And actually that worked. That was kind of typical of what happens for it. So let me move on to the next one.